What's going on, family? Welcome back to the new Black Wall Street. Before we get started, I need to remind everybody that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. None of this is financial advice. Always do your own research and manage your risk properly before entering any trade or investment. Now, with that being said, this week is shaping up to be one of the most important weeks we've had in a minute. We got AI earnings, retail earnings, inflation data, geopolitical tension, and major market-moving catalysts that could shift the entire direction of the market heading into June. So today we're breaking down the biggest earnings this week. The top sympathy plays major geopolitical news, bullish and bearish scenarios, and the top stocks I'm personally watching this week. So let's get straight into it. First things first, remember the market is closed Monday for Memorial Day, so we're walking into a shorter trading week. Usually shorter weeks can bring lower volume early on, but don't get comfortable because the second half of this week is loaded with volatility. The biggest thing the market is focused on right now is this: can AI continue carrying the market higher, while geopolitical tension and inflation fears continue putting pressure on yields and oil prices? That's the real battle right now. Because on one side, AI momentum is still extremely strong. But on the other side, rising oil prices, treasury yields, and Middle East tensions could create volatility across the market. So traders need to stay sharp this week. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: the US, Israel, and Iran situation. Markets are still closely watching the Strait of Hormuz situation because that impacts global oil supply. If tensions continue rising, oil can spike, inflation fears can rise, bond yields can continue climbing, and growth stocks could face pressure. At the same time, investors are watching for possible ceasefire headlines or peace negotiations that could calm markets down. So understand this: this week isn't just about earnings. One geopolitical headline can move this market fast, especially overnight futures. Here are some of the key economic reports traders should be watching: durable goods orders, consumer confidence data, new home sales, and most importantly, PCE inflation data later in the week. PCE is one of the Fed's favorite inflation gauges. So if inflation comes in hotter than expected, yields could spike and pressure tech. But if inflation cools down, that could help fuel another rally in growth stocks and AI names. Now let's get into the earnings calendar because this week is packed. Tuesday, we got AutoZone, Scalar, Box, Modine, Pony AI, Digital Turbine. Wednesday, big day for software and AI infrastructure: Salesforce, Snowflake, Marvell, Synopsys, HP, Nutanix, Dick's Sporting Goods, PDD Holdings. Thursday, main event. This is the heavyweight day. We got Dell, Costco, MongoDB, Okta, Elastic, Autodesk, UiPath, SentinelOne, Best Buy, Burlington, Kohl's, XPeng. This Thursday is probably going to determine market sentiment going into next week. Now let's talk about the big dog, Dell. Dell has quietly become one of the most important AI infrastructure companies in the market because of its AI server business. So this earnings report matters a lot. The market wants to hear AI server demand, AI backlog growth, enterprise spending, and future guidance. If Dell comes out bullish on AI demand, these sympathy names could explode: NVIDIA, Supermicrocomputer, AMD, Marvell, Vertiv, Broadcom, Micron, Arista Networks, Credo Technology. Personally, I think the highest beta sympathy runners are SMCI, MRVL, VRT, and CRDO. Those are the names I'd be watching closely for momentum plays. This week is also huge for software and cybersecurity. Names like Snowflake, MongoDB, Okta, Scalar, SentinelOne, Elastic, Salesforce. These companies will give us insight into enterprise spending, cloud demand, AI integration, and corporate budgets. Strong guidance here could continue fueling software momentum. Weak guidance could create sharp sell-offs across high multiple tech names. Now on the retail side, we're getting Costco, Best Buy, Burlington, Kohl's, Gap. This gives us a direct look into the American consumer. Costco is probably the cleanest retail name in the market right now. Best Buy will help show us electronics demand. And Kohl's Plus Gap can tell us whether lower-income consumers are starting to struggle more under inflation pressure. Here's the bullish case this week. Inflation cools down. Dell confirms strong AI demand. Marvell reports strong networking growth. Geopolitical tensions calm down. If that happens, AI and growth stocks could continue ripping higher. That favors NVDA, SMCI, AMD, MRVL, CRM, Snow, software names, and semiconductors. Now, the bearish case. Hot inflation data, rising oil prices, higher treasury yields weak Dell guidance, weak enterprise spending commentary. If that happens, we could see profit-taking hit tech hard, especially high-flying AI names that have already made massive moves this year. So don't get emotional this week. Stay disciplined. Overall, family, this is a very headline-driven week. This market can move fast off earnings, inflation data, geopolitical headlines, and bond yields. So stay patient, protect your capital, and let the market come to you. If you got value from this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you never miss these weekly market breakdowns. And if you want access to my real-time watch lists, options plays, market alerts, and educational content, make sure you tap into the new Black Wall Street community. From the block to the stocks. Assets over liabilities. I'll see y'all in the next one.